This is weird.
Tell them like this one.
I have the camera. This is how we make music. I sit on the back of the bike, and the inspiration just comes the way it comes. Life, Sometimes you reminisce back on, even your old memories. People. People want to know a lot about me, but it's a lot to unlock. You know? It's a lot. I don't know if the world is ready for it, but I'm gonna tell it as best as I can. And I say I'm very reserved when it comes to my personal life. There's people that sit next to us and won't even know what it is that we're going through. I just look and they're like, oh, you guys are always happy, you're always laughing, but what are you supposed to do if you're not happy and if you're not always laughing? Look at this little face. How can you not always be happy and laughing and striving for better? You know? They remind you. They remind you every day. Look at that. We're all so busy living our lives. Nobody has the moment's right. Woo! Orange, huh? Living our lives, nobody's here. Oh, that moment's right. Everybody wanna come, nobody can care. Dun dun dun, dun 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 dun. Is that one of those old church songs?
Yeah.
What about the poor man? What about the poor? Nobody's worried about him no more. Everybody's busy living their lives. Nobody worries about the poor man's cry. Oh, 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 Dad, I think I'm gonna take it back to church again. This is how I make music, Not me per se, we. Because my family helps me out a lot too when it comes to my music journey. Sit on the back of the bike, by, and sometimes it's your own life that inspires you. You have memories, and you put that in there as well. I'm only being the realist. I'm only being real. You know, and sometimes I too get shy or reserved because that's the type of person I am. I am social to a certain degree. She doesn't want her hat. I am social to a certain degree, but when it comes to my personal life, I'm so reserved. I'm super private, and I don't let people in too much. And so a lot of times, we'll be going through some things, and people are like, "Oh, you guys are so happy, and you guys are always laughing, and you're always smiling, and but." It's like, what are you supposed to do if you're not always laughing and smiling? Look at this little face. Look at her. Why am I not always laughing and smiling? Keeps me happy. Hi, baby. Say hi. Say hi, my mom. All right, she's saying hi to the man. She's so polite. But, and sometimes some of the stories come from my own personal stories in life. We share that. So sit on the back of the bike. This song came tonight. It's called Poor Man. And I think I'm just going to do it a cappella with some hand claps, just like I did it. My husband said, don't overthink it too much. Sometimes a song, the message is just that. Everything is not about a big production. Some things are just organic. Your voice, Don't forget it for the singers out there that your voice is also an instrument. So don't forget to use your voice sometimes, as an instrument. Don't let it be a tool of destruction. I remember when I started writing songs, I used to have so many different emotions just streaming. And I was like, oh, what am I going to do? And I'm just like, all right, let me just go write. And then one day I wrote a song and it just wasn't a happy song. It was so not right. I wasn't happy and I didn't like it, and after that, I told myself if it's not something that's going to uplift or help in a positive way or bring awareness to things, it doesn't make any sense. I'm not here to do this for me. I'm here to do it for all of us. I'm a messenger. And so the message comes from the universe. It comes from the true living God. So that's what I'm giving out there. So I'm an instrument. So I'm going to use that. I don't think he wants us to use our gifts to be destructive. There's enough destruction going on in this world. We shouldn't have to add to that. Not one bit. I don't think it's meant for us to be destructive, man. I know because I've had my own share of things. And no matter how hard it got, I just never wanted to be destructive. I just always wanted to share whatever little I had, give whatever I could with, whomever needed it. And that's just how it is. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a punk. Nah, I'm not a sucker either. There's enough destruction going on in the world. It's time to heal it. Maybe that's why we all go through those times. So when we're out here and we see a fellow human going through those same things, we can relate, can share food for thought with them. But, poor man is about the poor man. I feel like no matter where we are, there's poor people. And we go past them. Sometimes some people just walk past them, Doesn't matter what you're going through. There's always somebody that just have it 10 times harder or just even a little bit harder than what you have. And so, we tend to overlook each other like we don't matter to each other. That's part of what Vietnam too teaches here because the people here will stop and help you. It doesn't matter where you go, we're people. We're humanity. The earth was created for man. We can't forget that. We can't forget that. So yeah, now I'm gonna show you these big beef streets. These are my beef streets, y'all. We had a long night. It's kind of hard sometimes, not hard, but we have to make a lot of sacrifices because we have to stay up at night to engage with the crowds back in America or on the other side of the world. Because when it's daytime here, it's nighttime there. It's like a big time difference. And so we have to try to keep up with everybody's time zone. And so sometimes my husband is up, putting out content, talking to people. I'm up trying to record. And, that's when the kids are sleeping. And, we have that quiet time to ourselves. So that's when we do a lot of our recording. And during the day, we do our mixing with the kids because they're like our little A&Rs too. Shout out to Tat. Shout out to Tat. My big brother right there, you heard? He stays up with us, man, on the other side of the world, man. Whatever is needed of him, man, he comes through all the time, man. Good friends are hard to find. Family is hard to find. So when you find good people, you guys should cherish them. They're like pocket money. My mom used to say, it's like pocket money. They don't come around too often. So when you get one, you have to cherish that. Cherish your friends, the good ones. And if they're not that good, yeah. I don't like not good friends, because I'm a good friend. Yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a good friend. Then you see my best friend right here. My best friend, yeah. He's so cute. My best friend. My bestie. The majority of the time, we just in each other's faces like this. Ladies, find you somebody that you're best friends with. And gentlemen, I would advise the same, man. Ah, he's kicking me off the bike, y'all. He's kicking me off the bike. It's like, oh, this is how he does me.